What is brain gain?
Who is Alex Trebek?
What is fun on television?
Take the challenge. Where do you go for a meeting of the minds? Jeopardy. Any questions?
And on Monday, November 19th, we hit Washington, D.C. at the Lowe's L'Enfant Plaza from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you're between 11 and 14 and wish to audition, bring a cassette of your music accompaniment and be prepared to sing and dance. So stay tuned for more updates.
Wednesday, the forecast isn't always sunny.
Good evening, everybody. I assume that you saw what I saw.
President Bush orders up to 100,000 more troops to the Persian Gulf. And it's Thursday. It's the Tonys. Tom and I will see you at 11.
The former mayors of East and West Berlin unveiled a plaque in honor of those who died trying to escape across the wall. The Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev was visiting Germany today. He was in Bonn to get help for the Soviet economy at a ceremony signing treaties on economic cooperation and non-aggression.
Tonight on WTAE4 News, violence at an anti-abortion rally, several protesters injured, and 100,000 more troops heading for the Persian Gulf.
The Federal Centers for Disease Control is warning everyone, especially children and the elderly, to get their flu shots this month before the flu season begins. Widespread outbreaks of the flu usually don't start until December. Last year, the U.S. experienced its worst flu epidemic in 5 years.
Are waiting for you. As little as $9.95 brings it home. The delivery's free, so just pick up the phone. Happy holidays!
Best in class, we'd like to thank Car and Driver for ranking it the most trouble-free minivan, J.D. Power and Associates for naming it one of the top 10 import buys, Motor Trend, and for making the Mazda MPV the best-selling import minivan. We'd like to thank the Abbotts, the Ackermans, the Adisheks, the Aggers.
And Tommy Rich against the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. Cage match. The Steiners clash with the Nasty Boys. U.S. title, Lex Luger takes on the Motor City Madman. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson meet Doom. Remember, Cage, Fury, and Philly. The 17th, 8 o'clock. Tickets at the box office.
And I'm Carnell Lake.
We were proud to help the 1989 Pittsburgh Steelers live up to their potential.
Today, we're proud to be part of the Caring Team, helping kids live up to their potential. The Caring Team supports high school fundraisers for the Caring Program for Children, which provides health care coverage for kids whose parents can't afford it themselves.
To find out about this week's Caring Team activities, call 255-8127.
Washington Redskins meet the Philadelphia Eagles on ABC's Monday Night Football.
Did you miss me, Andy? I sure missed you.
Child's Play 2. Keep an eye out for it.
Check out my Rice Krispies. What's it saying? For you to go upstairs and make my bed.
Mine says Margie Gaynor's after me.
My Rice Krispies say, pop, pop, crackle, snap, pop, pop.
I didn't know we could sing.
And now a word from Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the fun part of your complete breakfast.
I can hear them speaking to me.
Who ever heard of a talking cereal?
What do your Rice Krispies say to you?
Don't talk with your mouth full.
By the way, the Regina Housekeeper Plus also picks up dirt.
Why has Wood Newton always cherished his mustache?
Because he ain't got the guts to shave it off.
Look for Burt Reynolds' Big Surprise on Evening Shave.
Talking serious comedy here with the HBO Comedy Hour, Joe Piscopo in concert. Then at 12:30, Nicolas Cage and Jennifer Beals are sinking their teeth into mischief in the premiere of Vampire's Kiss. A lineup you won't want to miss tonight on HBO.
hope it's perfect.
But it's not easy to be a perfect mother and homemaker.
You said this would be easy.
And some days,
Oh, no.
nothing ever goes right.
This is a very difficult day.
30-something, Tuesday.
View of the city of Detroit on ABC's prime time, and they saw the mayor. There is no denying the city has tremendous problems. Tremendous problems.
Americans honored their veterans today in solemn Veterans Day ceremonies amid fears the U.S. may soon be involved in another war. It wasn't just another drug bust in Miami. It is the largest cocaine haul yet.
David Gray began his murderous onslaught near the simple house he lived in. First, neighbour Gary Holden's house was set alight. Gray's motive is not clear, but it's known that he believed he had caught the Tapanui flu from the Holdens and was upset about this.
The first service company ever to win the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. It's the highest honor in American business. And just how did we do this? By being absolutely, positively the best in the business.
They're kidnapped kids who disappeared 9 years ago without a trace, but their father never stopped looking. Plus the unknown arsonist you helped capture. Unsolved Mysteries, NBC Wednesday.
Each team's first series ends with a punt. Buddy Ryan will send his unit in with Jeff Beagles to boot it away. And Walter Stanley, the former Lion and Packer, who was picked up Plan B acquisition for Washington. He led.
What college football was all about, and perhaps always should be. An intimate meeting between rivals where school pride is as important as a win.
Quarter 3 began with Wabash throwing, which set up their tying score. Tim Ulver, a great effort. Nothing stands in his way, and the ball game was all tied at 7.
The American beauty. It took vision and courage to bring it to you. It took a policy of unceasing devotion to quality. A revolution in the way its V6 engine and electronic transmission worked together with Dynoride to make it the smoothest Buick ever built. The completely new 1991 Park Avenue and Park Avenue Ultra. They're beauties, all right. American beauties.
They're all 5-time Jeopardy champions, and now they're competing for $100,000 in the Ultimate Jeopardy Challenge. It's the Tournament of Champions this week on Jeopardy. Any questions?
Weeknights at 7:30, only on tap.
He married someone else and allegedly robbed them all blind. Now it's payback time, and these scorned women are after more than the money.
I know in my heart I could kill.
Con Juan.
Tuesday night at 7, only on TV 27.
He has a full house, but she's got an ace up her sleeve. It's Eric Estrada with a license to kill. And Donna Spear with a license to thrill. Guns.
Sunday, the world saw her as America's teenage sweetheart.
We're public property now.
But behind the scenes,
My life is meaningless.
Patty Duke lived a life her fans never knew.
We may just have to talk to the police. I mean, after all, you are a minor. It's a matter of morals.
A young woman tormented by booze, drugs, and wild romance.
What'd you do for her?
Did you fly 3,000 miles to accuse me of having an affair?
Based on her own story, Patty Duke stars Call Me Anna, Sunday.
The following movie is rated R.
Good evening, and welcome to Cinema 17. Tonight, he ruled an empire of forgotten people, but for one brief moment in time, the world stood still. Once in a lifetime comes a motion picture that captures all of your emotions. Winner of 9 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. Bernardo Bertolucci's epic masterpiece, The Last Emperor. On a losing streak.
Nightmare on Nerd Street.
Then at 7, love is in the air.
You're a great friend.
I can be more than a friend, Jennifer.
At 7:30, Dennis needs to get married.
Just stand by my side, look pretty, nod a lot, agree with everything I say, just like a real wife would do.
It's a hat trick of comedy starting at 6:30, only on PHS.
Wednesday, if a killer kidnapped your child, who would you turn to?
Mommy!
right there. Don't move.
Hunter on NBC Wednesday.
And Brenda and her daughter share the same birthday.
You want me to buy you a car? I'm 16 years old. Then you shouldn't have any trouble understanding what no means.
Baghdad Cafe, it's all tonight on CBS.
Barbara's back with Mel.
Do you believe in birth control?
No. Shirley.
Is there anything more important than a family?
And Delta.
The unhappier I got, the bigger I got.
Don't miss the all-new Barbara Walters special Wednesday.
If you're not in a rush, I'd like to talk about the portrait.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, we have to decide on the right dress and also the pose that will make the best statement about who you are.
I'm in your hands.
And also golf on Saturday at 2 Eastern, the RMCC Invitational, hosted by Greg Norman in California. Back in Philadelphia, it's the Redskins taking over at their own 42-yard line. And Ernest Biner goes nowhere, wrapped up in the backfield as Clyde Simmons, who's been bothered with an Achilles strain, and thus his sack production is down.
Stormy Jones, the world's first liver and heart transplant recipient, died unexpectedly this morning. The 13-year-old teenager was flown from her Texas home to Pittsburgh's Children's Hospital last.
Young's contempt for the white suburbs has been a key part of his political success. Once, when the mayor was asked about enforcing gun control, he replied,
I'll be damned if I'm going to let them collect guns in the city of Detroit while we're surrounded by hostile suburbs.
To the mayor, it's quite simply us versus them.
The world think the same thing about George Bush. For 45 years, the United States and the Soviet Union have had all those nuclear weapons, and we've held the whole world hostage for all that time.
And we won! You don't fight oppression! You don't fight oppression with oppression. You don't fight aggression with aggression. Mr. Bush has continually oppressed the people in this country here at home. There are homeless because there's no jobs. There are AIDS patients because there's no education. There's no housing. Give me a break. Let's start taking care of things here at home first.
Their first year of freedom, trying to find out which of their neighbors were the agents responsible for their exile. Last year, the village residents were elated at being able to cross the border death strip. With flowers and tears, they greeted Western neighbors they had seen only from a distance. It was all too much for 41-year-old Bärbel Gärtner. All she can recall of that day now is thinking, we're free at last.
Buddy Ryan. You think he liked the way this game was played tonight? The ever-candid one. You can always count on Buddy for a few quotes. He'll be chirping tonight.
Well, even when they got off to the bad start, he said, we'll be there in the end. We'll be in the playoffs. Don't worry about us.
Spot your beer.
Yeah, that one there.
On the left. This is the color of a leading beer 10 years ago, and this is the very same brand today.
Wow.
Uh-oh. These beer drinkers are finding their beer is lighter than it used to be.
Why change it? If not broke, don't fix it.
Now look at Coors Extra Gold. Slow brewed for that real beer flavor and real beer color. The way beer was meant to be. So what do you think?
Can I drink it now?
Coors Extra Gold. No doubt about it. Beer is back.
It's got extra gold in it.
Once again, it's what the competition is shooting for. Nice shot.
Infinity. These were just a few of the amenities we kept in mind. Seating surfaces that are fitted with leather. A cabin that heightens the level of comfort and stretches the limits of space. Of course, with 16 valves and 140 horsepower, that mind also has an alter ego.
Bonded by blood.
Whoa, see who'll take home this season's first 100 G's on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Hey, how y'all doing? Meet more of America's Funniest People Sunday.
The only game in town where if you have the right questions, you win. Jeopardy!
Watch it here, weekdays at 5 on TV8.